a very good morning to all my dear students. It's a cold and cloudy day today. I hope you all are enjoying this lovely weather. The winters have started. So today in the English reader turn, I once again welcome to the reader class, and today we'll be starting lesson number 8. What is the name of the lesson? The name of the lesson is In the Orchard. This is the second lesson of the SEM 2. Now, first of all, you are going to write today's date 12/12/2020 and classwork. Now, in the orchard this lesson is about the growing different type of fruit trees in a certain place. When you grow a fruit tree in a particular area, now that area or the farm that is called as an orchard. So what's the meaning of an orchard? The place where only and only fruit trees are grown. No other plants, vegetables or any things are grown. Here we are going to study about mainly about the apple tree and some of the other fruits that are grown in a orchard. You can see this lovely picture of a farmer who has collected so many apples in his basket, and you can see this child also has so many apples in his hands. His hands are full of apples, and behind you can see these lovely apple trees. Apple grows on big trees. Now we'll do with the starter kit. Starter kit, work with your partner and name as many fruits as you can. With your partner, you have to say the names of the fruits, as many names as you can recall. Now here some pictures of the fruits are given. Below these pictures are the names of the fruit given, but the picture does not match with the name of the fruit that is written. So you have to match with the correct name and the fruit. So first we'll see the pictures of the fruits given. Orange, watermelon, pineapple, apple, mango, pear and plum. Now we have to match it. Orange, this is your mango. Watermelon, pineapple, apple, which is written in the last, this is your mango. This is your pear and this is your plum. Only pears, correct name and picture given together. Rest all are fruits are different and the names of the fruits given are different. Now we are going to start with get set. That means we are going to start with the lesson. Apples and other fruits grow on plants and trees. Farmers grow these plants and trees in their orchards. An orchard is an area of land used for growing fruit trees. So, apples and other fruits, all the fruits grows on plants and trees only. Some grow on small plants and some grow on big plants, like apple and mango grow on big plant. Banana grows on the tall plant, like coconut tree, which is a very tall plant. So same way, all the fruits that grow they grow on plants and trees. So farmers, where do the farmers grow these plants of fruits? They grow in a place which is called as an orchard. An area of land which is used means जो area में या जो land के ऊपर हम जो fruit के trees को grow करते हैं, that is called as a orchard. We were on page number 87. Now we move on to page number 88. Now, this is a small poem about the ripening of fruits and collecting of fruits by the farmers. So, read and enjoy. Down in the orchard, it's harvest time. Up the tall ladders the fruit pickers climb. Now, during the harvest time, what is the meaning of a harvest time? Harvest time means when the fruits are ready to be plucked from the trees. जब fruits पक जाते हैं, जब तैयार हो जाते हैं पेड़ के ऊपर, तब उनको पेड़ के ऊपर से तोड़ लिया जाता है. So that time, the time when the fruits ripe on the tree and it is time to pluck or take the fruits from the tree, that is called as the harvest time. So the trees are very tall, so the fruit pickers are taking the ladders to climb and pluck the fruit. As you can see in this picture, the fruit picker has put a ladder to climb and he's picking the apples from these trees. You can see this is a total, the picture is of an orchard which is of apple only, where you can see these apple trees and lovely apples hanging on the trees. Among green branches that sway overhead, Apples are hanging all rosy and red, just ripe for picking, all juicy and sweet, pretty to look at and tasty to eat. Among the green branches, you all know that the leaves of the plants are green only. So, in such a big tree, when the green branches moves sway overhead, that means they move when the wind blows. Then they move both the sides. That time you can see the apples hanging on the trees, all rosy and red. Bright red color of apples you can see hanging between those green lovely leaves when the branches move along with the winds on both the sides. Just ripe for picking. That means it's a perfect fruit that has been hanging on the tree, or that is ready. It's neither too ripe nor it is raw. It's just perfect to be plucked from the tree. It is juicy and sweet. As you all know, apples are very sweet. It's very pretty to look at. Obviously the apples are very pretty. If you see the apples, they look so bright red color that they attract automatically. If we attract towards that apples. And just imagine the apple orchard where there are so many apple trees are there. In all these apple trees, apples are hanging, and the green leaves and the red apples. Imagine the beautiful scene of the apple orchard. And the apples are obviously tasty to eat also, and they are very healthy also. Now we move on to the lesson part. It is always a great pleasure to grow fruit trees, to pluck their ripe fruits and to eat them. Now fruits, as we all know, we all love to eat fruits. There are very different types of fruits. There are certain local fruits which are grown here according to the place and according to the season we get the fruits. हमको fruits कैसे मिलते हैं? सीजन के हिसाब से भी मिलते हैं, और कुछ लोकल फ्रूट्स होते हैं. हर सिटी का, हर कंट्री का अपने कुछ फ्रूट्स होते हैं जो उसी जगह पर मिलते हैं, दूसरी जगह पर नहीं मिलते हैं. जैसे हमारे यहाँ ज़्यादातर सारे फ्रूट्स होते हैं. एप्पल है, मैंगो है, गुआवा है, ये सारे फ्रूट्स जो है हमारे यहाँ होते हैं. लेकिन कीवी है, ड्रैगन फ्रूट है, दीज आर सम ऑफ द एक्सोटिक फ्रूट्स विच आर नाउ ऑल्सो अवेलेबल इन आर कंट्री, बट दे आर एक्चुअली द प्रोडक्ट और द फ्रूट्स ऑफ सम अदर कंट्रीज़. मतलब वो फॉरेन कंट्रीज़ के फ्रूट्स हैं जो ये हमारे यहाँ अब अवेलेबल ईजिली होते हैं. जैसे कीवी है विच इज़ द नेशनल फ्रूट ऑफ न्यूजीलैंड. So same way there are many other fruits which are now available and they come from the foreign country. But the fruits grow according to the atmosphere of that place, and there are certain, it is always advisable, और हमेशा जो local fruits मिलते हैं आपको season के according वो हमेशा आपको खाने चाहिए. But do you know that it is only the seed case that you eat and not the whole fruit? Now we eat as a fruit. We take the fruit, we wash it, we peel it off and we eat it. But what they say is it is the seed case. And inside when we eat the fruit, after we eat the fruit, we can see some seeds are left inside it. In the center part of the fruit, we can see the few seeds are always there in the fruits. Like banana, which is a fruit in which no seeds are there, or it's a seedless fruit. But in all the fruits, normally in the center of the fruit are the seeds only. So what they are saying is we eat the seed case. That means the seeds are the cover that protects the seed. We eat that part of the fruit and we don't eat the whole fruit. Now what are fruits that we are going to study? Now what are fruits? To most of us, fruits are juicy food that grow on certain plants and trees. But to a scientist who studies plants, fruits are the seed cases of certain flowering plants. It is the case that we eat and not the seeds. So normally what we think when we eat the fruit is that we eat the fruit which is a juicy or a fleshy part of the fruit of the plant. We think that we are eating the whole fruit, but according to the scientist who studies the plants, they say that fruits are the seeds of certain flowering plants. बहुत सारे ऐसे फ्लावरिंग प्लांट्स होते हैं, वो फूल होते हैं जिनमें से फूल के बाद उसके अंदर से एक फ्रूट निकलता है, तो हम उसको खाते हैं, एंड दैट इज विच इज़ कॉल्ड एज द सीड कवर. तो वो क्या होता है, वो एक्चुअली वो फ्रूट नहीं होता है, पर जो उसके अंदर जो सीड डेवलप होता है फ्लावर में से, जो आफ्टर फ्लावरिंग टाइम गेट्स ओवर द फ्लावर डाइज, एंड आफ्टर दैट फ्रॉम दैट फ्लावर or it dries up, and from that flower the seeds develop. To protect that seed, the covering is made, and that covering is the fruit. So we eat that covering and not the, and we throw away the seeds. We don't eat the seeds. Now we move on to page number 89. The apples, oranges, pears, and mangoes that we eat are all seed case. These cases protect the seeds that are inside them. When the seeds have grown fully, we eat the cases and use the seeds to grow more fruit trees. The seeds that and the cases develop from the flowers are called as the blossoms. Now you can see here the pictures of some fruits. This is your whole apple and this is your apple cut, where you can see in the center you can see some seeds are there. So these are the seeds of apple, these are the seeds of pear, and this is the mango seed. You all must be aware with the apple and mango seeds. Pear seeds are quite similar to the apple seeds only. So all these fruits that we eat, like apple, oranges, pears, mangoes that we eat are the seed cases. जो भी fruits जिसके अंदर seeds होते हैं उनके हम seed cases को eat करते हैं, which we call it as a fruit. When the seeds are fully ripe, मतलब कि flowers में से जब seeds completely पूरे तैयार हो जाते हैं, fully grown हो जाते हैं वो seeds, तो उसको क्या करते हैं, तो we eat the cases and the seeds are used. जब ये फ्रूट कब तैयार होता है, जो सीड केस, कब हम उसको बोलते हैं कि राइप हो गया या रेडी हो गया है, दैट फ्रूट इज टू बी ईटन और टू बी प्लक्ड फ्रॉम द प्लांट व्हेन द सीड इनसाइड दैट कवर इज फुली डेवलप्ड. सो एट दैट टाइम वी प्लक द फ्रूट फ्रॉम द ट्री एंड वी ईट दैट फ्रूट. We eat the case and the seeds. The seeds that remain are, we throw away that seeds, or these seeds are again used by the farmers to grow some more fruit trees. From these seeds only the other trees are also fruit. More of the fruit trees are grown of the similar type. जैसे कि एप्पल है तो एप्पल खाया, उसका बीज रखा, फिर उसके बाद उसी सीड्स में से जो है दूसरे एप्पल ट्रीज को ग्रो करते हैं. बट ऑल द फ्रूट्स grows at certain fruits grows at certain places only. जैसे एप्पल्स है विच इज अ फ्रूट ऑफ अ हिली रीजन, जो पहाड़ों में होता है जहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा स्नोफॉल होती है, वहीं पर ये एप्पल बहुत अच्छा सा होता है. जितना ज़्यादा स्नोफॉल होगा द मोर द एप्पल विल बी स्वीटर. मैंगोज आर ग्रो ऑलमोस्ट इन एवरी पार्ट ऑफ आवर कंट्री. ज़्यादातर सारे देश के सभी भाग में जो है मैंगोज ग्रो करते हैं. वैसे बनानास ऑल्सो ग्रो इन ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट ऑफ आवर कंट्री, बट दे आर सर्टन, जैसे पेयर है, देन ग्रेप्स आर देयर, चीकू इज देयर. सो दीज आर सर्टन फ्रूट्स विच डोंट ग्रो. ऑरेंजेस आर देयर which don't grow in each and every part of our country. They grow at certain places only because they need certain type of atmosphere to grow, which is not everywhere the same. So the seeds and the cases develop from the flowers that are called as the blossoms. Now what is the meaning of the blossoms? Blossoms means the flowers from which these seeds and the seed cases develop. जो seeds है, जो seeds बनते हैं और जो उसके ऊपर जो seed cover आता है या जो seed case develop होता है, उन flowers को हम blossoms बोलते हैं. We say them as the blossoms. और blossoms especially which are these जो जिनमें से fruits derive होते हैं, from which the after the flower dries up, or after some time of the flowering, when the flower blooms, after some time the fruit starts developing out of that flower. So that flower is called as the blossom. Watch a fruit tree in the spring season. First of all, you will see a little green, little blossom appearing on its branches. So during the spring season, many fruits in the many fruit trees the flowers appear. So the blossoms start appearing. In the initial stages, it is first the flowers that appear, and from that flower only the fruit develops. So in the spring season, you can see that first of all these flowering plants or the blossoms appear on the branches. Then after a few days, a small green fruit begins to grow from each blossom. फिर कुछ दिनों बाद क्या होता है, जब वो flower bloom करता है, that blossom which starts blooming, from that after some days of that blooming, you can see a small green fruit starts developing from that blossom. It grows larger and larger until it is ripe. So slowly it grows in size. Ultimately it attains its size and starts ripening. जब वो फ्रूट रेडी होने लगता है तो उसके बाद क्या होता है, देन वी पिक द फ्रूट एंड ईट इट विद अ ग्रेट रिलिश। उसके बाद हम उसको पेड़ में से तोड़ते हैं और खा लेते हैं। जिनके घरों में पेड़ होते हैं वो पेड़ में से तोड़कर ही डायरेक्टली खा लेते हैं। एंड पीपल लाइक वी डोंट हैव द ट्रीज, देन वी बाय इट फ्रॉम द मार्केट व्हेन इट रीचेस द मार्केट। Sometimes farmers pick the fruits and send it to the market while it is still green. The green fruit ripens during its trip to the market. Now, nowadays, what happens because of the change in the season, either it's too hot or it's too cold. So, before it actually gets totally ripened or the fruit is perfectly ready, but the farmers pick it before that because then they have to send it to the market to pack the fruits in a box and then they have to carry it to the market. So, they take it a little bit raw so that by the time it reaches the market the fruit gets perfectly ripened, neither it doesn't get over ripened, because if we'll take a ripened fruit from the plant, then by the time it will reach, it will either get uh, over ripened, so it will be of no use, so nobody will buy that fruit. So they take or pluck the fruit which is a little bit raw, so that by the time it reaches the market it is perfect for the fruit is perfect to be eaten. Fruits are important part of our diet. They give us minerals, sugar and vitamins. The skin, seeds and water of the fruit help us to in digestion. Now fruits are very important part of our diet. If they are not in your diet, then make it a part of your diet. हमारे खाने का बहुत ही important part है ये हमारे food का जो fruits है, because हमको उसमें से क्या मिलता है, minerals मिलते हैं, sugar मिलते हैं और बहुत सारे different vitamins. Every fruit has some vitamins and some minerals present in it. Not all, some fruit have some minerals and some vitamins, other fruits have other minerals and other vitamins. So that is why it is advisable to take all different types of fruits every whenever it is possible. जो fruit की skin होती है, उसके seeds होते हैं, उसमें जो water होता है या जो juice होता है, वो हमारे digestion के लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा helpful होता है. The body needs protein, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, and water for a healthy growth. Cereals such as wheat, rice, and maize give us carbohydrates. From vegetables, milk, fruits, vegetables, milk, meat, and fish provides gives us proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. For a healthy body, we should include each of these in our food. Now, dear children, our body needs to grow. As a child, you need more of proteins and fats and carbohydrates to grow, because all the time you are busy doing something or the other. और उसके साथ साथ हमारे बॉडी को किन सारी चीज़ों की ज़रूरत होती है to remain healthy. Those are your proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, and last but not the least is the water for a healthy growth. If any of these things are not there in our diet, or any of these things we don't take in our diet, then our growth will not be healthy. So if we want to remain healthy, we should include each of these things in our food, so that the food is a balanced diet and our body gets all the important nutrients that it wants for the healthy growth. Cereals such as wheat, rice and maize, अनाज जिसको बोलते हैं, gives us carbohydrates. Now carbohydrate is very essential because it gives us energy to do the work. Whatever work we do, we require some energy, and that energy is burnt when we do the work. So these cereals provide us with the carbohydrate, and the carbohydrate gives us the energy. Carbohydrate is transformed into energy into our body. Now fruits, vegetables, milk, meat and fish give us protein, fats, vitamins and minerals. Now all these things, protein, fruits, vegetables, milk, and those who are non-vegetarians, they eat meat and fish, eggs, etc. From that also they get lot of protein, fats, vitamins and different types of minerals and vitamins. So for a healthy body, we should include each of these things in our daily diet. Whatever is there, we should take according to the season, which vegetables comes, which fruits come, whatever is available according to the season, we should definitely include that a little bit in our diet, daily diet, so that we remain healthy and our body also grows properly. So dear children, आई होप यू ऑल हैव अंडरस्टूड द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ फ्रूट्स. आप लोग बहुत बार नखरे करते हैं ना कि हमको एप्पल नहीं अच्छा लगता, बनाना नहीं अच्छा लगता, लेकिन हर फ्रूट में कुछ ना कुछ मिनरल्स होते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ वाइटामिन होते हैं जो हमारे बॉडी के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है. कुछ फ्रूट्स होते हैं जिस विच आर दे आर 75% और 80% दे आर फिल्ड ऑफ वाटरी कंटेंट ओनली, like watermelon. It has the maximum amount of water in it, so that is why during the summer season we eat a lot of watermelon, so that because of the summer, because of the heat, there is a dehydration of water in our body. मतलब कि पानी का लॉस होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा पसीना आता है हमको गर्मी की वजह से, तो हमारे बॉडी में से वो पानी कम हो जाता है. उस पानी को बैलेंस करने के लिए हमको ऐसा फूड खाना चाहिए जिसके अंदर पानी का कंटेंट ज़्यादा हो. तो वाटरमेलन एक ऐसा फ्रूट है, अगर आप उसको खाएंगे तो मिनरल्स तो बहुत ज़्यादा उसके अंदर मिलते ही हैं, बहुत सारे डिफरेंट डिफरेंट, पर उसके साथ आपको बहुत ज़्यादा पानी भी उसके अंदर होता है जो आपके बॉडी को हाइड्रेट करता है अकॉर्डिंग टू सीजन. सो डियर चिल्ड्रन, यू ऑल at least try, if you're not eating, try to start eating that, so that you can include each and everything in your diet and you remain healthy and fit for a longer period of time. So here we come to the end of the explanation part of the lesson number 8. Now we'll move on to the exercise and the hard words. First we will do the textual exercises, which are your blanks, which is on page number 90. Read and find. Complete each sentence with a suitable word. Fruit grows on plants and trees. Farmers grow fruit trees in their orchards. An area of land used for growing fruit trees are called an orchard. We pluck fruits when they are ripe. We eat only the seed case and not the whole fruit. We use fruit seeds to grow more fruits. First of all, blossoms appear on a fruit tree. We get sugar, minerals, and vitamins from the fruits. Now, this is the question answer part that I'll explain you in the notebook. Next is your question number 7, that is, name the food that gives us proteins, fruits, vegetables, milk, and meat. Vitamins, milk, fruits, vegetables. Minerals, meat, fruits, vegetables. Carbohydrates, wheat, rice, and maize. So this you have to write it in your textbook as well as in your notebook one time. Moving on to page number 91, there's a little bit of activity of drawing and coloring that you all have to do. Is draw colors, draw pictures to show what happens next, and color it also. You have to color these pictures also that are given in the textbook, and then you have to draw the pictures and color it also. First, this is the flower that is blooming. That means this is a blossom. From the blossom comes the fruits. From the blossoms the fruit comes out. जैसे ये blossom फूल खिलता है, उसके अंदर से फिर छोटा छोटा raw फ्रूट डेवलप होता है, तो उसके बाद का नेक्स्ट स्टेप ये है रॉ फ्रूट है. अभी ये पूरा प्लेट जो है फ्रूट से भरा हुआ है. उसके बाद क्या है, एक पर्सन जो है फ्रूट पिकर इज पुटिंग द लैडर एंड कलेक्टिंग द फ्रूट इन द बास्केट दैट आई हैव ड्रॉन. द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज द फ्रूट्स आर कलेक्टेड इन द बास्केट. द नेक्स्ट नाउ दे आर बीइंग ट्रांसपोर्टेड इनटू द मार्केट. तो दिस वे यू हैव टू ड्रॉ द पिक्चर एंड कलर इट इन योर टेक्स्ट बुक ओनली ऑन पेज नंबर 91. Now next is your exercise, which is on page number 92, that is your word power. Now word power, match the words with their meanings. In this you have to, you can see there are two parts in this. One are the words given and other are the meanings of these words, which you have to find and match it. First we'll read out the words. This is sway, cereals, harvest, protect, orchard, and blossom. Now we'll read out the meanings. A flower on a fruit. To cut and gather a crop. To save from harm or danger. An area for growing fruit trees. To move slowly from side to side, and grains that can be used to make the bread. Now what is the meaning of sway? Sway means to move slowly from side to side. ऐसे move करना, that is called as swaying. Cereals, grains that can be used to make the bread. Then harvest, टू कट एंड गैदर अ क्रॉप, मतलब कि जब पक जाता है तब जो है खेतों में से वो जो फसल होती है उसको काटा जाता है, उसको हार्वेस्टिंग बोलते हैं. प्रोटेक्ट, टू सेव फ्रॉम हार्म और डेंजर, किसी की रक्षा करना, किसी को बचाना. ऑर्चर्ड इज एन एरिया फॉर ग्रोइंग फ्रूट ट्रीज. blossom a flower on a fruit tree. So dear children, you have to write these in your textbook as well as in your notebook one time. Now the remaining exercises I'll explain you in the next video.